Good morning. I hope y'all are doing well. This is a Saturday morning for me. Anyway, regardless of when you're watching this, I hope you're doing well. This video is going to be on using AI to grow your business. Some people have a very allergic reaction to AI. In other words, they don't like it. Before you leave, you might listen to a few things. I get that some people don't like it. Like it or not, it's not going anywhere. It's only growing. So why not use it to grow your business? Anyway, with that being said, regardless of what business you're in, or online, physical business, or anything else, you can use it to help you in your business. It can speed up processes, it can give you knowledge, it can do a lot of different things. And I'm going to cover some of that because I use AI extensively in my businesses. So with that being said, well, before we do that, if you're looking to start a business, I will cover some information on that here in just a little bit. Or if you're just looking to expand your incomes, so I'll cover that, so stay tuned for that. Here are some of the ways that I use AI in my business. I use it in my physical business for research. It's much quicker. I tell it what I want, what I'm looking for, and it can actually go out and search it. Is it perfect? It's not, and it makes mistakes. It has issues, but from when I first started using it, it's 100 times better. As you can see, I'm in my shop now. This is a sewing machine repair shop. If you're not familiar with what my local business is, and one thing that I've used AI, and I say AI, ChatGPT is the system that I use. The AI system is the one that I use the most. I have used it a couple of different times to diagnose electronic problems. So while I am good at my job, I am good at repairing machines, I am good at tracking down problems and fixing them in machines. One of my weaknesses is electronics. I'm not an electronics specialist. I know electric. I'm real good with electric, but electronics is another issue. But I have used ChatGPT to help me track down problems. I've just done it here a while back on a Genome machine. Lady got diagnosis from a dealer, said that her motherboard wasn't any good on her machine, and that the motherboard and motor needed to be replaced, but then came back and said that the motherboard wasn't available, and that was basically all they said. So she wanted a second opinion, and I gave it to her. Every machine's got a startup procedure. Every electronic machine's got a startup procedure, and it does its own little things, moves little things, makes movements, just to test it. It's all little tests to make sure everything's working. Anyway, and I'll get into that more in a minute, but she was using the machine, and it went into an E1 error code. And every manufacturer has its own for their error codes. A lot of them use the error codes, but every manufacturer's got their own little meanings behind them. Anyway, E1 on Genome can mean a number of different things. And when I first started looking at it, I thought that it was the movement of the needle bar. So the machine starts up, the thread cutter gets a little bit of movement, it detects that, and it does a few other things, but it also moves the needle bar to see if the needle bar is moving. I didn't see the needle bar moving, and I thought that that's what the problem was. So it has its own little step motor. The needle bar swinging side to side has its own little step motor, so I thought maybe that step motor was a problem. But I wasn't convinced, so I started using ChatGPT to search it. and it gave me all the steps of that particular machine on its startup procedure. And the first step was the thread cutter, which I had already seen. The second step was the motor, the main motor. So it turns just a little bit, which I didn't know that. It turns so little that you can't see it. Makes sense, but I didn't know it. So once I found that out, then I started checking to see if maybe it was the motor and not the needle swing. And through testing and following guides that ChatGPT threw out to me, I was able to determine that the motor was not receiving voltage. So the motor is a 24 volt DC motor. And so 24 volts has to come through, 24 volt DC has to come through that motherboard to the motor. And while I determined that the ground worked just fine, the hot didn't. There was no electricity coming through it. So I talked to the owner and let her know what was going on. And the rest of the conversation, yeah, it's just our private business. But I'm still working with her because it was just recently, it was just the other day. And she may buy a new machine, or she may not, I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear back. Anyway, I have used it in a number of different projects, mainly for electronics. So I would suggest, if you're not using it and you're intrigued and you'd like to check it out, just start by testing it, doing stuff that you already know the answer to. You know, you don't have to have any weird or crazy prompts. You see people use this prompt for that, that prompt for this, whatever. Okay, whatever. You know, it works like a real human being, honestly. And it's pretty crazy, pretty wild. You talk to it like you would talk to a real human being. So just give it the information. You know, it doesn't know, it can't read your mind. So you have to give it the information, such as that machine. I told it the exact, the manufacturer and the model and the exact problem that I was having and what I seen. And then I asked it specific questions that I wanted answers to, and it answered it. So you can do that in your physical business, regardless of what your physical business is. If you've got issues that you're not sure about, or you need more information on, or researching it just takes a lot of time, AI, and for me, ChatGPT, because there's a lot of stuff out there. ChatGPT has a free version, so you can use it for free. It's just limited, more limited. But you can absolutely use it. It'll do almost anything that the paid versions will. Ask it questions and let it go find the answers. Let it go do the research for you and see if it can find it. A lot of times it can. It's not perfect. It makes mistakes, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. But it can save you a lot of time. So that's in my physical business, how I use it. And before I go on, do you have a physical business, or do you have an online business? Put it down in the comments if you don't mind. And if you like my content, if you like this video, do me a favor and like it. Hit the like button on it. Subscribe if this content resonates with you. Then subscribe to the channel. It's obviously about business building and helping people build businesses. And share the video with someone that you think needs to hear it. Share the video with someone who it will help. All right. Anyway, so another way that I use AI, ChatGPT, is in my videos. So I have my repair business, and I have a YouTube channel for my repair business, and then I have this YouTube channel where I try to help people with their businesses, give them information, the things that I've learned along the way, some of them hard, some of them simple, whatever, but hopefully it will save you some time. But I use it to create thumbnails. If you've ever done video on YouTube, you know, creating a thumbnail can be difficult. And so I use it to create thumbnails because it's very quick at doing it. I just paste a link. Once I put the video on YouTube, I paste the link into it and ask it to make a thumbnail for it. Now, I don't just paste it in there and say, hey, can you make me a thumbnail? You know, I tell it what I'm looking for. What results am I looking for? So, hey, I need a thumbnail made. Here's the video link. Could you make a thumbnail that is engaging, eye-catching, that will get people's attention? Something like that. Give it specifics on what you want it to do, so it can do that. And I've made a few of them. In fact, this video here, when I post it, I will do just that because it's quicker and easier. If you've got something that you're wanting to do a video on, or you want to talk to somebody about, or whatever, and you're not sure, you can ask it for highlights. You know, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be making a video on this. I'm going to be talking to this person concerning this, blah, blah, blah. Can you give me the highlights that I need to cover to make sure that I cover everything and I don't miss anything? Or you can ask it to give you a script. Hey, can you give me a script? I'm going to be making this video. Can you give me a script that I can read off of? Just be very specific with it, all right? Because if you're not, it doesn't know what you want. The more specific you are with it, the more it can do. And again, I urge you to just go mess with it, play with it, see what it'll do. From the time that I started using it, I probably already said this, it was very basic when I first started messing with it, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was horrible. Just ask it to make a picture, and something come out with several hands, a couple of heads, more fingers, looked really goofy, didn't look real, but that's changed. It's grown. It's doing a lot better. So I look forward to when it does more, when it does better, you know. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you have a business, and tell me what it is. Is it an online business? Do you have a physical business? Where you at? Or both. I have both. I have online and physical businesses. I've had it help me build websites or website pages. I've had it help me with my online store in my physical business. I have an online store on Shopify. So it can do a lot, and it can save a lot of time and a lot of headaches. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you use or have you thought about using AI in your business? With that being said, before we go further, if you are looking for a business to start, I will put a link down in the comments, and it'll just be titled "Start Your Business Here." Go check it out. And then if you've got questions, leave me questions about it, and I will answer them in my next video, or I will answer that comment for you directly under the video. Anyway, if you've had problems starting businesses and you don't really know how, I'll be putting a link down there. I created a website to help people who are trying to start a business and trying to create an income of their own. Digital Vista Pro, I believe it is .com, digitalvistapro.com. But there'll be a link down below, how to start a business. All right, so go check that out. Anyway, I do suggest that if you are not using AI in your business, you absolutely start, and you'll start seeing a huge difference in time and what it can do and what it can save. All right, it can make posts, it can make social media posts, it can do a lot. You just tell it what you want. And if there's a problem with it, it'll tell you. And then you can, okay, is there a workaround for that problem or whatever? Anyway. Other ways that I have used AI, ChatGPT, but that's AI, to help me in my business, whether it's my physical business or my online business, is I can take videos or I can take websites or whatever, or other information, and I can input it. Just if it's website or video, just copy the link, put it in there, and then tell it to quickly tell me what the highlights are. Or if I'm looking for specific information, I can ask it to search that specific information and answer that question for me. I can get it to give me highlights of whatever I put in, specifics of whatever I put in, so on and so forth. I'm hoping one day it'll be able to edit video, that I can put all my bits of video in it, tell it exactly how I want it edited, and then let it do it. Because while this video doesn't necessarily require a lot of editing, sometimes my repair video does. Sometimes my repair videos do. I make mistakes. I got lots of things going on. I get people calling me, doing this, doing that. My business partner talking to me about something totally different or whatever. A lot of things going on there. A lot of things. And sometimes I'm working on a machine and I think that it's one thing going on with it, and then I find out it's another, or I've got large gaps. I'm really focused on what I'm doing there, and I've got 30 to 60 second gap with, as far as the video is concerned, nothing going on, because I'm looking at what I see, I'm studying it, I'm trying to figure out a solution. So while there's a lot going on in my head, in the video there's nothing going on. And so I cut that out, cut those out, because it's not conducive to the viewer, it's not conducive to the video. So I try to help my viewers out by getting rid of that stuff like that. So hopefully one of these days, AI, ChatGPT, can do all my video editing for me, hopefully, but we'll see. Anyway, I don't think I have any more useful information on the subject, so I don't want to just prolong this video out. Anyway, if you've got questions on that, put it down in the comments, ask me, or maybe you just got something you want to say about it, let me know. I'd appreciate it. And any questions you put down there, I'll do my best to answer them. And again, please, if you like this content, like it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this, share the video with someone, leave a comment on here. Everything that you do helps to its engagement, and it helps the algorithm to understand that this is a video that you like and you want to see more of it. All right, so with that, y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Oh, by the way, if you're looking to start a business, if you're trying to start a business and you're not sure how to start it, then digitalvistapro.com, that's down in the comments, how to start a business, or not the comments, in the description. If you're good with it, you're just trying to create a monthly recurring income or add to a monthly recurring income or whatever, there'll be another link down there, start your own business here. And then again, if you've got questions, let me know, and y'all have a great day. Talk to you later.